Hey, what's up, AJT fam? I had this message for you yesterday, but didn't get a chance to do a recap. You know, we were sitting around waiting for the hurricane that never, it came in like a lamb and it left like a lamb. Thankfully, once it hit Florida, it turned further right and kind of spared us all of the bad weather and everything. But we had a good time sitting around in the rain, if nothing else. But I'm going to do a recap from yesterday and do the one from today, just try to catch up with everything. But one thing I wanted to share with you, you may lose the battle of the morning, but don't lose the war of the day. Every day we come into the market, we're fighting a war. But remember, it's not us against the market, it's us against ourselves and the other market participants. But mainly it's us against ourselves because we're fighting not to make silly mistakes, not to do things that we shouldn't do, and all of that. But we are what makes up the market, us and the other market participants. If we make a mistake or our first trade or our first trades don't work out, we still have the rest of the trading day, to work it out. We still can do that. We don't have to win all of these small battles during the day, but we do need to win the war. So we have to be strategic. Some of these little battles, some of these little trades, it doesn't make sense to hold on to them for long. Sometimes I make that mistake and I hold on to them for a little bit too long, but that's just what it is. It's just a mistake. Um, but I still have the rest of the day to work it out. I just need to make sure that I win that war. So think about it. When we have bad mornings, we start to think that we deserve something for all the work we put in. You talk about, hey, I'm doing the work. I'm spending time journaling and reflecting at night. I'm studying the charts and price action. I'm reading the books. I'm watching the videos. I'm taking the classes. But I'm just not being rewarded for it. It's the wrong mindset. That's the prisoner's mindset. Okay, you don't want that mindset because that mindset keeps you locked inside of yourself. So you'll never grow. So remember this, sometimes you have to lose a battle or two in order to win the war of the day. Because sometimes you will have to lose a battle or two to win the war of the day. Just keep that in mind. So yesterday we took profit on our WDAY trade. A couple of profit targets here. I think I added back over this. The problem is I logged out early, and you'll see why. And just shut it down and just moved on. I was tired of dealing with all of this, and but we nailed a couple profit targets on WDAY. I added back and took some more profit along the way. But Nvidia, this was what just killed me was this Nvidia trade. So I bought it on the break, and it was actually an aggressive trade, which really this time of the year, after the lull between earnings season, you should not be trading like this. So this was dumb. Okay, and I admit it. And then holding it as long as I did was dumb. Then I tried to short it under here, and it blew back on me, and I ended up getting stopped out here. So I didn't just dig a hole with this trade. I dug a burial plot. That's what I did. I dug a burial plot. And all I needed to do was plop my butt down in there and tell somebody to start covering me with dirt, because that's exactly, where I was on this. So that was a bad series of trades. And then Tesla, you can see here, bad. I got in, didn't quite get to 250.50. It bounced on me, another stop out. So it was really, really bad day yesterday. And I probably shouldn't have been trading. I probably shouldn't have, but hey, it is. I was kind of all over the place. I can't blame it on worrying about the storm coming, worrying about what's going to happen here, what's going to happen in Charleston. Am I going to have to make a run down? I can't blame it on that. I decided to trade, so everything falls on me. But this is more like what I ended up with, because here, when I took this snapshot, I had not taken the rest of this profit off. So once I took the rest of this profit off, I cleared out WDAY. I ended up with about $3,900 in the red, which is, it's not bad for me, because, that may take up 2 days worth of earnings at the most. And then, I have a good 3 green days. It makes it up. So it'd be interesting to see where I end up at the end of this week. But that's where we was here. And so now we're going to get to this morning. Let's start with WDAY. No, not WDAY. God dog it. What am I thinking about? Chewy. Sorry about that, guys. Chewy. So Chewy reported earnings yesterday. And I was actually at the cigar shop. And I was trading earnings from there. I went there, think, we're going to have a hurricane party. And just kind of hung out there. So I ended up getting short. Come on, thing. So I ended up getting short in here, under here. After it bounced and it started to sell, I got short down in here, because I didn't want to get short inside of the lower day. So I was patient and I waited to get short here. But as you can see, it didn't really sell off. It kind of bounced a little bit, but resistance held going into the close. And so I held it overnight. And this morning, I finally got a cover on it. Right here. First cover. Second cover here. And got the third cover here. And then right here, when I was taking the rest of it off, I accidentally overcovered by like 100 shares. So I was like, man, this looks like it might bounce. We might be able to make it up to the 50, whatever. It looked pretty decent. So I bought it. I added to it, got in full size, but you see it didn't quite get there. It didn't really do anything. Just kind of sat around. And finally, I took it off. It just didn't go anywhere. It just sat there, and eventually right at the close, I took it off. But really nice profit on that. Really nice profit on that. I cannot be upset with that. ENPH, I thought we were going to get another wash, once we took out the lows here. But it took a while. I did get the first target, then it bounced and stopped me out a little bit before break even. This was more or less a profit stop. And, what it did, it was taking out the 9, so I went ahead and closed it out. And you can see we didn't get any more selling. So kind of a disappointing base hit on this. After all what I had to deal with, not to really get a good move and it didn't make me that happy. But same kind of move I got on Meta. Meta, this was an opening range breakout. That was an opening range high. And got the breakout on it, but only got a base hit. Went up, got my base hit, came back down, stopped me out at break even. And didn't really give me another good, clean trade the rest of the day. Here it traded inside its channel ever since after lunch. Just sideways in there. So nothing really clean right there. And again, Nvidia was my Achilles heel. Today again, chopped me the hell out. I got in looking for the breakout. I was patient. I waited for all of the BS. And, figured the second time it came through, we got it made. Nope. Came back, stopped me out. Tried it again, stopped me out again. And bought it again. I bought it, added some more here, and I was out. So I didn't even see this thing wash out this bad. I wasn't even in. I was doing the trader mindset class, and then right after I had a mentor session. So I wasn't really paying attention. But afterwards, I got out. I came back and I looked at this thing and I was like, God damn. So I added some to it. And as long as we were holding and we didn't take down this level here, which we almost did, we were in good shape. And so it ran up. I got one profit target, then I took the rest of it off kind of at break even. Well, no, not at break even. This was a profit stop, I'm sorry. So I made some of my money back on Nvidia. Some of it, not a whole lot, but some of it. And let's look at the earnings trade we're in now. This is what's happening to a lot of these trades. So I got it on the break. We're just getting stuck in daily pivots that we don't normally get stuck in on earnings trades. We're just continuing to get stuck in them. So as long as we hold support, I'll hold this overnight, and I would look for a gap up. Kind of like we saw on Chewy today, where it went short, it gapped down. I'll be looking for a gap up on this, up through 390. There was some call buying, some big calls up here at 390. I'm just surprised we didn't get them here on earnings, but you just don't know. That's why we trade. And that if everybody knew and if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. But it's not. We have to, thrive in the uncertainty. But that's where we're at today. Just to give you an idea, of where we're at. Let me take a snapshot of this. Alright, so right now you can see we're at 25.97.78. Could have easily had another $1,500 if this thing had done what it's supposed to do. So I'll probably add some more to it going into the close. If we're holding support, I'll add another 500 shares, and we'll see where we end up in the morning. But I would like to see it a little bit higher. Right now I'm down. It did pull back after we got in, so I am down about 360 bucks. But if we get the move that we want, it's gonna be pretty damn good. Nvidia today kind of managed the losses pretty well on this. 1556.39 is where we ended up. That's still, 2 losing trades that I've got to accept and move on. But that's trading. So you guys have a great rest of the day, rest of the night, and I will see you in the morning.